Hi Scapers, how's it going? Circa here, and today I'm gonna be reacting to Protoxx's Tzkal-Zuk's It's Awesome First Impressions and Guide. Yeah, now as you can see, I'm wearing something special for this special occasion. It's a talk override from Salomon's General School. Solomon's General Store. If you don't know what it really is, I'll put the link below for the Wikipedia for you. Alright, let's see what Protoxx. Wait, what's his name again? Protoxx is gonna have in store for us and tell us what this boss is all about. Alright, here we go.
Hey guys, and welcome to my thoughts and first impressions on Zuk, aka the RuneScape 3 Inferno. So whenever you're ready, grab your cup of tea, sit back.
Oh goody, more Jade knockoffs. Just what we need. Yeah, more rip-offs. The original Jad boss should sue these guys for copyright, like he should be doing in the Fight Clan.
Back, relax, and enjoy. I currently have 4 successful Zuk kill count, and in this video I'll try to explain what I've noticed and learned from these attempts. The only and sole reason I haven't tried more attempts is due to limited time because of exams. I hope you guys understand. My first attempt was basically me trying to explore the entire fight by using my Obsidian Armor Tribid preset, which I showcased in the previous video. I definitely went ahead and adjusted this over time, which you'll be seeing soon. To be honest, the majority of the waves are really simple when we're talking about waves without mechanics or special attacks. There are some waves that definitely hit hard and you're going to be needing some food, but the majority of high level players will be able to do these waves like it's nothing. The issue arises when you have waves where you don't really know what you're doing or you don't expect,
they should
like for example the triple jads. Now I was expecting triple jads, but I wasn't really sure where to stand, and therefore that was my first death on my first attempt. But it didn't take me very long to figure out some safe spots or some good locations to stand to make the entire fight leading up to Zuk a lot easier. That's all I'll be covering, but before I do, a word from today's sponsor. Today's video has been sponsored by Ace Defender. Ace Defender is a free-to-play SRPG that combines turn-based RPG gameplay with tower defense-like elements. The game follows a traditional RPG storyline through 40 different chapters with a whopping total of near 2,000 levels. In Ace Defender, you use a team of heroes to take on each level, and there are currently 48 heroes in the game from 5 different factions, being Divine, Demon, Shadow, Nature, and Light. Each hero has their own background story, and the developers plan to release 2 new heroes every 2 weeks, giving you more variety to play around with. Heroes can be leveled up, combined, and equipped with gear for the 3 main game modes. These are Expedition, aka the campaign, PvP, which can be done cross-server in King's Arena, and PvE, featuring dungeons, regions, and the occasional trial. The most enjoyable levels, in my opinion, are the tower defense levels, so if you're low on time and you'd like to speed up a certain level, you can do so by using the 1, 2, or 4 time gameplay speed presets. If this sounds like your cup of tea, download the game from the link in the description below, as you'll receive a powerful bonus, being 10 Royal Recruit tickets after completing level 2-8.
I'm good. I'm more of a
I'll be going over each wave I think is relevant to this video, but I won't be covering every single wave. The waves with no special thing to mention will be skipped, although this might be something I cover in my full guide. For the majority of the attempts, I've used this exact safe spot in the south to stand in. Although this doesn't mean you're completely safe, you still get attacked by a few mobs every single time, and some waves actually do require you to eat some food. On wave 4, you'll encounter your first enemy, being these bigger, small melee golems, which you need to stun before you can deal damage to them. Once stunned, they will have some kind of bar which regenerates. Once that's full, I assume they go back to normal. Anyways, just stun them, deal damage, and kill them off. Easy to do. If you're using ranged, use Mechanized and Chompus to kill a bunch of the golems at the same time. If you're using magic, Greater Chain, blast them to bits. It's not that bad. After wave 4, you'll notice some kind of special ability or special action on your interface. Click this and deal as much damage as you can do against Zuk as possible to get him down to 550k life points. If you don't do this in time, I believe just like in the other waves, you will have to repeat the wave. So be sure to deal some DPS. Straight after this, wave 5 will start, and you have 5 of these little golem boys. If you DPS them down quickly enough, you won't get hit, but once the yellow bar above their heads reaches 100%, they'll do some kind of typeless damage bomb that will hit pretty hard, and unless your health is full, you're probably going to die. I found that using a power burst of vitality to double your HP is a good way of avoiding this, but I'm sure there are other methods to countering this as well. Right after the explosion, you'll be on wave 6 and you'll encounter your first Jad, which will spawn in the south. Go to your safe spot on the south and simply focus down the Jad while prayer flicking between ranged and magic. Don't go into melee distance because you will get swiped with melee.
Can we just have one Jad,
encounter your
like the original one, and that's it?
Or empowered version. To deal a lot of damage to them, all you need to do is use a threshold to bring down their defenses, and then simply kill them off. At the end of wave 9, you'll have another opportunity to deal damage against Zuk. Deal 50k damage as fast as you can, because if you're too slow, you're going to need to repeat wave 9. Wave 10 is some kind of champion, which I recommend using stuns on, and then deal as much damage as you can to...
Hang on, I'm sorry, there's an ad coming up, but I don't want... I'm not here for ads, hang on, sorry about that, hang on, I'll pause it just to... I'll be right back. And we're back, sorry about that, people.
And skip the bomb that happens at the end. I'm not sure how you counter the attack at the end, but I do know you can use a power burst of vitality, WHP, and therefore effectively reduce the damage by 50%. Wave 11 is a double Jad wave, so you want to go ahead and use this safe spot in the northwestern corner, especially because one of the Jads spawns faster than the other one. You'll have a Jad in the northwest and northeastern corner, so the corner's near Zuk. What it comes down to is focusing down the Jads one by one, and if you're lucky, he will use a lot of magic attacks, allowing you to use the devotion ability to reduce incoming damage from the mages, but also from the geyser that decides to start spewing lava.
This is harder than even to fight,
you don't really have any hard mechanical creatures, but do remember that the creatures in this fight do have mechanics. For example, the bird can drain your prayer, he can attack through little corners, the big mage guys have some kind of burn effect which you can reduce by using the freedom ability, the small mages have some kind of minion spawn, but what it comes down to is DPSing down everything, trying to use as little food and prayer as possible. Using defensives like devotion is going to save you a lot of food here. You can see the burn effect on your debuff bar, by the way. Wave 14 consists of a lot of mages, so praying magic and using devotion here is a good idea. If I were you, I would go ahead and try and kill as many of the regular ones without a shield as possible to reduce incoming damage. Then start focusing on the igneous ones one by one. These have some kind of big shield, and while it is possible to kill them, you can remove their shield by going into melee distance, dealing damage to them, and then being able to deal even more damage to them, making them a lot easier. Before you kill the final Igneous Rain or the mage with the shield, you're going to want to have 100% adrenaline, because you're going to need to deal 50k damage against Zuk, and after that, you'll have a wave which is really annoying, and if you don't have 100% adrenaline and a shield with Turtling 3, you're going to have a bad time. I'm not entirely sure, but I think you need to pray flick here by using magic for blue, range for green, and for the earth looking thing melee. But the best way to deal with this wave is simply by having 100% adrenaline and a shield with Turtling 3, which extends the duration by 30%, because then you can barricade and not worry about anything. That's why I recommend having adrenaline before you start this wave.
Oh, hey there.
After this wave, you'll have the triple Jad wave with no other spawns, and you want to head to that northwestern safe spot as soon as you can, because otherwise...
Oh boy. Triple.
You're dead. Using this northwestern safe spot, all you really need to do is carefully kill off the Jads one by one without accidentally stepping out and aggroing 2 or perhaps 3 at the same time. Before killing off the third Jad, I highly suggest having 100% adrenaline, because you're going to have to fight Harakan in the next wave. Not long after the tentacles spawn, Harakans...
Oh goody! A Harakan knockoff, oh great. I mean... Like I said about the Jad boss, the Harakan boss should sue this one for copyright. Yeah, copyright material, yeah. These Emmy versions are going to have a lawsuit in your hands.
His head will pop up and you'll be able to deal damage to him, use your Death Swiftness, Sunshine or Berserk, and try and deal as much damage as possible. I definitely think it's possible to one-cycle him, although if you get hit by the little yellow blobby attacks that drain your adrenaline, probably not. You can see them coming, and if you move out of the way, you will avoid getting hit by them. Now, once Harakan pops down his head and goes underneath the lava, you will have to avoid 2 different bombard attacks by simply moving around, but while doing so, I recommend keeping your health high and building up your adrenaline on these tentacles around the arena. You have ranged and magic ones. If you're using melee gear, probably pray magic. if you're using magic gear, probably pray against ranged. Not long after the second bombard attack, Hurricane will pop up again, although probably in a different location. Surge or bladed dive towards him and finish him off after placing your ultimate ability and blasting him with thresholds. Right after you finish off Hurricane, Zuk will leap towards the center of the arena and start attacking you. Zuk is by far the hardest part of the fight, and if you don't have enough food or super restorers, there's a good chance you'll end up dying here. However, if you do end up dying, you'll be able to re-challenge Zuk and simply start from this exact same point, although you won't get the Igneous Stone to upgrade your kiln capes, but you will get loot. Zuk has the following attack rotation and uses a special attack every 3 auto attacks. The first special attack is Geothermal Burn, and he will use it at the start of every single fight, and this will apply a magic bleed that lasts for quite some time. You can use Freedom to clear this bleed out. His next mechanic is Sear, which reduces your constitution level, and you can counter this mechanic by using super restores to keep your health high. The third attack is Quake, which deals AoE damage in a small part of the arena, which you can simply move away from or surge past. It also seems to apply some kind of magic bleed if you get hit by it as well. The fourth attack, being Empowered Magic, is a big typeless hit that drops on top of you, which can be reduced by Debilitate and Reflect, Disruption Shield, or Power Burst of Vitality if you want to increase your HP, therefore effectively reducing the damage by 50%. The next special is Igneous Rain, which is quite dangerous and easy to mess up. The entire arena will basically become fire. Zuk becomes immune, and you need to do a DPS check by killing 3 different mobs from the fight. The first of which being the melee golem, stun it, and deals much damage as you can then, but be ready to move towards another section of the arena because the fire spots are going to change. If you get hit by it, it's magic damage, and you can use Devotion or the Enhanced Devoted perk to reduce it, but you want to move as fast as you can. The second mob you need to kill requires a threshold before you can deal full damage, so be sure to use that and DPS him down as quickly as you can. The third one, being the Major, requires you to stand in melee distance and then break his shield, and once you've done that, you can finish him off as well. Now after this, you're going to need the special action button, as you're going to stop Zuk from channeling the instant kill mechanic, which will kill you if you don't use the special action in time. If you've killed all 3 mobs, you'll be able to continue the fight by using the special action button, stopping Zuk's instant kill, and continuing the fight. And those are the things you need to know to get your first normal mode kill, and to be honest, it was fairly tough for me. It took me quite a few attempts
is it always
Zuk before I got him down.
Why,
that's probably because I'm not really that good.
It's better if you have Talus doing it.
But
it's better
that
if you
being
have
said, I had a ton of fun, and I really enjoyed this boss. Not as much as the Arclasaur, but I definitely enjoy it a lot, and I can't wait to get 3 complete flawless kills, as I don't yet have one, and sadly, like I said in the beginning of the video, I simply don't have enough time. This video alone took a lot of time, and I need to get back to studying, but overall, I really like this front, and I like that the best in slot capes are locked behind some pretty...
little version of a hard Arcane, you know, that pet version, hard Arcane, I forgot his name. Hey, little guy, there's this enemy or mini boss version of you. I think they're ripping you off. You should go sue them. You should sue them for copyright materials. And that goes same for that Jedi boss from Cave fight. I mean, you should sue these Jedi enemies for copyright material as well.
Difficult or tough content, at least on release day. As for hard mode, I heard it's extremely difficult to do the DPS check part from the Zuk fight, but I'm not too worried about hard mode just yet until I have those 3 upgraded kiln capes, and then I can start worrying about hard mode and getting the hybrid version. But until then, I'll stick to normal mode because that's pretty challenging for me, and that's good enough for me. I enjoy it, and the money seems pretty decent for the time involved as well. Let me know what you guys think of this boss and this entire front in the comments down below. Catch you guys in the next one.
Yeah, same to you, man. Peace, man. Okay, that's my reaction to the video. If you want to see the video yourself, be sure to click on the link below and support to Protoxx's channel and give likes to him. All right? Yeah, this guy works really hard on these videos, and he needs all the what is it called? Support he needs. Yeah, okay. See ya.